for the people. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman with Juan Gonzalez.
We turn now to North Dakota, where on Thursday, hundreds of police with military equipment raided a resistance camp established by Native American water protectors in the path of the proposed $3.8 billion Dakota Access Pipeline, which has faced months of resistance from the Standing Rock Sioux tribe and members of hundreds of other tribes from across the Americas. On Thursday afternoon, over 100 officers in riot gear with automatic rifles lined up across North Dakota's Highway 1806, flanked by multiple MRAPs, that's mine-resistant, ambush-protected military vehicles, sound cannon, Humvees driven by National Guardsmen, an armored police truck, and a bulldozer. Water protectors say that police deployed tear gas, mace, pepper spray, and flashbang grenades, and began and beanbag rounds against the Native Americans and shot rubber bullets at their horses. This is a video shot by Unicorn Riot, followed by a Facebook Live video from Sachin Sikcham of the West Coast Women Warriors Media Cooperative.
They've been pepper spraying, they've maced, they've tasered, they've thrown percussion bombs and smoke grenades at us, all for water. Over 300 pigs. We are protecting the water, they're protecting oil. That's what's happening.
Water protectors set up a blockade of the highway using cars, tires, fire in order to try to protect their camp, parts of which were demolished by police. 4 people locked themselves to a truck parked in the middle of the highway in order to stop the police advance. Elders also led prayer ceremonies in front of the police line. Some were arrested in the middle of prayer. In total, more than 100 people were arrested. Ahead of the police raid, the Federal Aviation Administration also issued a temporary no-fly zone for the airspace above the resistance camps for all aircraft, except for those used by law enforcement. Police appeared to be evicting the frontline camp in order to clear the way for the Dakota Access Pipeline Company to continue construction. Company cranes and bulldozers were active Thursday just behind the police line on the site of the sacred burial ground where Dakota Access security guards unleashed dogs on Native Americans on September 3rd. We're going to turn to Dallas Goldtooth of the Indigenous Environmental Network. This clip from the front line.
This is at the Frontline Dakota Access Pipeline fight right here. And we are about 2 miles from the river to the west here, or east, sorry. And to the west, right over this hill, Dakota Access is doing construction. Trying to get to this road right here. So there's a police line on top of the hill here with Dakota Access workers and police protecting the workers.
That's Dallas Goldtooth, and before that you hear the LRAD, the long-range acoustic device. For more, we're joined by Tara Houska, National Campaigns Director for Honor the Earth. Welcome back to Democracy Now! Tara, explain what took place yesterday. I mean, the video and the photos that we have of the military hardware arrayed against the protesters.
Yesterday we saw that we learned a lot about the relationship of people to fossil fuels. We learned a lot about the relationship of North Dakota to Native people, and we learned a lot about America and where we stand. Yesterday, we saw folks being maced. I was standing right next to a group of teenagers that were all maced in the face, maced right, like all kinds of people. Myself, I actually was almost shot in the face by a beanbag round, ricocheted off a truck right next to my head. These police were actively trying to hurt people, pushing them back to allow construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline. They were defending monetary interests as human beings were being physically hurt. I saw right in front of me a group of police officers pull a protester forward and begin beating him over the head with sticks. There's video of it that you can see. I mean, this was a all-out war that was waged on indigenous protectors that were doing nothing more than peacefully assembling. There was no fires. There was nothing like that until the police began their violent attack on us.
And Tara, where was this incident, for instance, in relationship to the September 3rd dog attacks at the tribal burial site?
When Dakota Access jumped ahead over 20 miles to destroy the site that had just been identified by the tribe the day before as a sacred place, That happened on September 3rd. That's also the anniversary of the Whitestone Hill massacre. That was the exact place today that Dakota Access was busily constructing its pipeline, right in the background, as literally hundreds and hundreds of people came to stand and pray and bring all of their energy forward to stop this from happening. And it was right at that site where Native American men, women, and children had been attacked by private security, by dogs, and maced, and all the same things that we saw yesterday. This incredible escalated violence against people that were doing nothing more than trying to stop the destruction of sacred sites right in front of their eyes.
Tara, you saw rifles aimed directly at people, police aiming those rifles?
Yes, there were police walking around everywhere with assault rifles. Directly across from us, there was actually a policeman holding his rifle trained on us, directly on us. Beanbag rifle assault, beanbag non-lethal weapons were also aimed at us. Every time we put our hands up, they put them down. As soon as our hands came down, they'd aim back at us. Police officers were smiling at us as they were doing these things. There were police officers filming this, laughing as human beings were being attacked, being maced. I mean, it was a nightmarish scene, and it should be a shame to the federal government. It should be a shame to the American people that this is happening within U.S. borders, to Indigenous people and to our allies, to all people that are trying to protect water. Yesterday was a really shameful moment for this country and where we stand.
And the number of people you estimate were arrested, Tara?
I saw dozens of people being arrested. I mean, they were just pulling people out and arresting them. I actually had to get pulled back from a group that, I mean, the police were pushing forward and just grabbing people at will. We had a number of lockdowns that were right in front of us in this truck in the middle of the road that was used to attempt to blockade these police from advancing forward. There were 5 people actually that were locked to that. They attempted to construct a teepee in the middle, right behind people that were praying and singing. And there were folks that locked down to that teepee or attempted to. The police ripped that teepee down and ripped those people out. It was a really horrible scene yesterday.
Well,